everyone, it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How is everyone today? I'm not sick. Okay, I have a cold. And I have some laryngitis. So this is going to be a quick video, and I want to thank you for bearing with me with the voice. But it is what it is. I want to thank all of you for coming in, and any new subscribers. Thank you so much. Normally I don't sound this bad or look this bad, but I just got out of the shower. My hair's a mess. But I need to get this done. We did some, we had some work done on the car, and Roy brought stuff in that we keep in the car, like my extra yarn and stuff. He didn't want to have all that, the car full with all that. And when he did, I went through the yarn stuff, and I found this project bag full of granny squares that were donated to Lynanne from Nina's Knots Crochet, in her challenge to send me a granny square, and I'll turn them into blankets, with the help of Laura from Mammy's Crochet and Farming, who did a challenge, send her 17 squares and I'll make more, and blah blah blah. And Lynanne ended up with like 5 million squares, which was awesome. And she's been like crocheting her little fingers off, but every time I see her, she gives me some squares, and I separated them. I know there's another bag of squares in the car somewhere, but these squares were so pretty, and I put them together into a blanket. And I had been in my head, there's 30 squares. I was thinking I wanted to outline a solid white blanket with these squares, but I couldn't figure out how to make it. Would end up being a rectangle, and I couldn't figure out how to do a granny square rectangle other than the modern granny, and I didn't want to do that one. So I've been like in the back of my head for a long time trying to figure out how I can make it, and I'm just not a designer. I'm not that good. I didn't even like look at YouTube, but like the size would be odd, and I'm like, I don't know how I would do that. And so therefore I even thought, okay, I could just go back and forth, but that's not as pretty as like a mandala kind of granny square center. I thought, oh, excuse me. I thought of doing the Nana June center, just doing the center of the Nana June blanket, but that's square and I need rectangle, and I could probably add extra rows. You know how it is. I'm like, I don't have the intelligence or the design ability, creativity, I don't know what the actual word is that I'm looking for. Brain power. I don't have it. So for a couple of months, I've known these are in there, and I'm like, I really want to make that blanket. Well, when I pulled the yarn out, and I was going through it, I'm like, I gotta do these. I have to put these into a blanket. And so I did. And I didn't do what I had originally planned on doing, because I just didn't know how to be honest. So, I mean, I could make a square and then make squares that will fit the square, but to have the squares to fit the middle, I didn't know how to do that. Don't mind the crinkle, because I put it in a storage bag. And ever since we did this, my camper is a mess. I haven't put everything away because this blanket needs to get put away. And the stuff that it needs to get put away with is still in here. And we're just put stuff away, and not everything is put away yet, but I wanted to get this video out, so don't judge. And I can't find my stand that I used for holding this, so I have you all propped up. But I'm going to try to move things and show you how beautiful this blanket turned out. I'm really, really proud of it. And, whoever made the squares, you'll know them when you see them. And you did a fabulous job. Okay, here we go. And yeah, I'm wearing my Boggy because today's Wednesday. It's Boggy Boggy Day. I think it goes this way. So she had them in like groups of 3, 2 solids to 1 circle or 1 flower. Isn't it gorgeous? Did you see all the colors all the way down to, I can't see what you can see. I hope, am I all right? Did you get the purple at the bottom? Oh yeah, you can. And isn't it gorgeous? I was really thinking it would be so pretty to have the center be white, and it would be, but you know, if you hang it this way, they go that direction. Maybe that's a better way to show it. Anyway, I love it. It is so pretty. And then I just did this border, which I'll try to remember to link in the description below because I don't remember who I stole it from. But I changed it. She did a row of double crochets around. I did my granny square row around, and then just did the V's. She didn't do as many, but I needed it to be wider, and it just pretty much meets the requirements for Boggy Creek. And I could have added more V's, but I thought if I go more, it's just going to be distracting. And I just want the squares to tell the story of this blanket because I think it is so pretty. I used Big Twist. I don't know what yarn was used because it's, you know, just the granny squares that were sent in. But I used Big Twist. I had a big one, the 1 pounder, I think. Yeah. And I had used some of it already, but this is what's left of the 1 pound Big Twist. And that's what it's looking like. And I just think it's gorgeous. And I just wanted to show everyone this blanket before I stick it in my bag of Boggy blankets, which I'll show you. I won't show you all the blankets, but that's just traveling in there. That's my gift for Amanda. It's just traveling in there to be out of the way. And I have some tumbleweeds in there. And now this one's going in. It's going in, guys. And this is my bag of blankets that I've made or put together for Boggy and Amanda's gift. Oh no, that's the one that goes to Billie, I think. That's why it's in there. It's all stuff that goes to Florida. Florida stuff goes in there. Now Roy can put that away in the car. And I can clean up the rest of the camper. Get everything straightened up. This is a 28-foot camper that we are living in, and that includes the like 3 or 4 foot from the box of the camper to the tongue where the hitch goes. So it's probably really living space 28 minus say 24, 25 foot of actual living space. Not a great deal of storage space is included in that, as you, I'm sure, can imagine. So, stuff does have to live in the car. And that's okay. We knew that would be the case. And we're fine with it. One thing I do miss about having a house is having the ease of getting to things. Everything is a pain in the rear end to get to. I will say that. There's very few things that you can just get to. You always got to move something out of the way to get to something else, because you got it jam-packed. And even as we deplete things, you still have to have everything pretty much jam-packed for when you travel, or else stuff's sliding all over. I keep getting phone calls. Which is a problem for traveling. You know, if you have loose stuff, it will slide around and things can get broken and damaged. Not to mention, then you got to clean it all up, you know. So, like my refrigerator, if it's not, I keep everything in bins in the refrigerator so it doesn't slide around too much. And if the bins don't fill the whole shelf, then I put empty bins in there so that the bins that are in there can't slide and the things don't get broken. Same with my cupboards and storage, you know, pantry and everything. Everything's full so that stuff doesn't slide around and break. Or dump, or, you know, you open the door and then things come flying out at you. Which sometimes happens anyway. But it's better than having everything flying out, you know, breaking inside your refrigerator or whatever. So that's a whole squirrel I didn't need to get into for you. But these go in the car. And now they can go in the car because I've showed you the blanket. It's gorgeous. I really appreciate whoever sent in the squares. You did a great job on them, and I hope I did them justice. The other squares, I don't know where they are. They're still in something that didn't end up in here. He did put stuff in the under storage too. So there's a couple of things there. I didn't see the other squares. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm not going to worry about them until we get to Florida next month. I have too many other things to work on, but I will not finish that blanket. When I saw those squares, it's like, no, those it has to get done. It has to get done before I put that thing away. And it did. So yay. That's it. My voice is going, and I'm going to end this video now. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, hanging in there with me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.